Well, hello there. Hi, welcome. If you're new here, my name's Candice and I am a mother to three young children, 9, 5 and 4 months now. God, that's gone fast. And welcome to another video. So it is currently 1,000 degrees here in the UK. It's not 1,000 degrees, but it's hotter than hell. Not that I would know because I'm blessed and highly favoured, but there you go. We're not really used to the weather being this hot. So today was 30, I think it was highs of 30 degrees Celsius. Now that is devilishly hot. And instead of cleaning my disgustingly dirty and trashed house, I decided to build my new outdoor dining table because there was a freak accident and I left the parasol up, and I came back to a smashed dining table. So I caved and bought a new one, and oh guys, I'm in love with it. It's just amazing. It's so comfortable. I went for a circular one because the last one we had was rectangular. Well, my auntie's got a circular one, and I just think it's really nice for, entertaining and being sociable outside. Everyone's kind of facing everyone and everyone can talk to each and every person on that table. I just think they work better. So I went for a circular one, and the seats are so nice, so comfortable. The cushions are really plush, and I did a good job finding that one. It was half price, so although it was a little bit expensive, I still feel like I got a bargain, so I'm here for it. I just said that my house was trashed, right? And it is, but again, when is it not trashed? When you've got 2 kids running around like crazy and a baby you're trying to, nurse every couple of hours and just constantly wants you. My house just is appalling all the time, and I do try and keep on top of it, but I'm trying to be better at letting go a bit more. And the house is messy because it's lived in, and there's pots in the sink because I'm able to feed my children, and there's laundry because I'm able to put clothes on their back. That's why they're dirty clothes. And having that sort of mindset instead of stressing about all the things that I didn't get around to doing. Also, I've been really, really good at living my best maternity leave life at the moment. So, as you already know from a previous video, me and Ebs and baby spent a couple of days in Romania, which was lush. And then June has just been crazy generally. So we had a friend's birthday celebration to attend, and he decided to invite his friends and their families. I don't know why that was so hard to put into words, but his friends and their families to Alton Towers. Now, I haven't been to Alton Towers, which is a theme park for those that don't know. I haven't been to Alton Towers since I was about 12 years old. And it is huge. It still feels huge, but it was nice, I let Ebbs, because this was Ebbs's friend, so I let him and his friends kind of go and do their thing, and the wives kind of held back with the kids and entertained them, and that was nice. And then what did we do after that? That following week, I had Chris Brown to attend. So I went to Birmingham from Nottingham to see Chris Brown in concert. And oh, guys, it was the first time I'd left Mackay. And I was kind of panicking, thinking, have I pumped enough milk? Is he going to be okay? And all that good stuff. But I'm telling you, as soon as we got in the car, and after the first 10 minutes of my friend kind of speaking some words of wisdom in my ear to reassure me that he was going to be fine, I forgot all about my concerns, because he was with his dad, and I know that he'll be fine. So yeah, we headed off to Birmingham, and we had a time. If that guy is not a performer, then I don't know who is. He is up there for me of the top performers that I've seen. Now, I went to see Usher in Las Vegas, and that was a great show. We went to Las Vegas in November, and it was incredible. But Chris, he puts on a show, and he makes the effort, and yeah, he just puts the work in. I don't know many artists that gets stick like he does in the media, and yet is still as successful and has a loyal fan base as he has. He's just great. Imagine he had 50 tracks as a set list for that concert. A 50-track set. Just think about that. 50 tracks, and they weren't tracks off an album that nobody knew. They were banger after banger after banger. It was just great. A time was had, and I got home probably about 1:30, shattered. And then a couple of days after that, I had a 60th birthday party to attend, and that was black and elegant. The theme was. So I got to, dress in my black and elegant dress and do my makeup, put my hair up, put on a heel. I haven't worn heels for about 18 months, something like that. So yeah, it was really nice. I got to spend time with 4 of my bestest friends. It's been a while since we've all been together. We've all kind of had babies in the last 3 years. There's 4 babies in the group, so it's kind of hard for us all to get time away and be ourselves how we used to be, post birth, I guess. So it was really nice spending time with them. And then finally I went to another theme park exactly a week later, to Drayton Manor. Now, they're celebrating their 75th anniversary of opening, so it was cheaper than it usually is. But for a theme park that's that small, and to be honest, in terms of the rides, that run down, I don't know how they dare charge. I think it was £28 a person, kids and adults. I just don't know how they dare charge that. There was one ride called The Wave, which was their biggest ride there, a roller coaster, and we queued for about 60 minutes, and then the ride had, air quote, technical difficulties, which nobody wants to hear when they're in the queue for a roller coaster, but it had technical difficulties for about 20 minutes. So that was 20 minutes wasted waiting. Finally got on, and then I had to go and feed Mackay after that. We'd been that long that he was due a feed, so I had to go back and feed him. Bearing in mind, it was families. So this time it was a sort of family reunion type deal where my first cousins and their families, bar 3, all met up and decided to do the park together. So I was with all my cousins at the ride, and 3 of the cousins stayed back and, did the kid thing. And I paid my dues last week when I watched the kids. This time I wanted to actually go on some rides. So I went back and fed Mackay, and he was fine. So I left him again and tried to go on another ride. Bear in mind, we've got about 2 hours left on the park. And we queued up for what was it called? The Storm Force 10, which is like a log flume basically. And we saw on the screen it was a 15-minute wait. I thought, yeah, beautiful, we'll go on that first and then go on something else. It was not a 15-minute wait. It was more like a 40-minute wait. And then like 45 minutes in, we heard a message on the tannoy saying technical difficulties. And the kicker was that they also added that they didn't have an ETA of when it was going to be fixed. So essentially, you can be in this queue until the park closed with no joy of getting on the ride because they don't know when it's going to be fixed. Yeah, at this point, I'd been queuing more than what I'd actually been on any sort of ride. And I was finished. I was done. I just thought, I could be spending the time with my kids or on a different ride or whatever, rather than just queuing for absolutely nothing. So yeah, at that point, it was like, I think it was like 4:30, coming up to 5 o'clock. And we were just done with that. So aside from that, it was a nice day. It was nice to see my family, one of which just moved back from Sweden after years. What do I want to say? Like 18 years maybe? She'd been in Sweden a long time. She's moved back now. So yeah, I hadn't seen her properly. She'd visited on occasion, but yeah, it's nice to see that she's back and the kids are back and all the cousins getting together and just spending time together. It just really warmed my heart and made me think of my nanny and how much she would have loved to see all of her grandchildren, spending time together and enjoying each other's company. No, look how cute Willow is there, sorry. Just sitting next to Mackay, keeping him company. I haven't even told you about how annoying putting these chairs together was. Candice, speak English please. Yeah, it was super annoying. Like, they give you this useless Allen key which hurts your fingers every time you try and tighten the bolt, and I gave up after the first chair and got the drill out with the drill bit that resembles an Allen key. After that, boom, chairs one after the other, quick succession. So yeah, I think that's like 4 chairs down now. Oh no, it's not. I've officially done all the chairs. I'm now putting together the table, which is the easiest part of this little activity. And the instructions said a 2-person job. No. I can do it. I can do it by myself with my little supervisor there, enjoying the lovely warm weather. I think I did all right. Really proud of myself, actually. I only asked for help once. You'll see in a minute. Ebbs comes to help me flip the table the right way. But as we're doing it, I realise that actually it's not that heavy. I could have done it myself. But because the top has like glass on the... Yeah, it's a glass top, basically. On top of the rattan, you put a glass top. And I didn't want to break that, so I didn't want to risk it. I have been chatting away. I'm so sorry. How is everybody finding the weather? If you're in the UK, how are you finding it? Personally, I it's I have a love-hate relationship with the heat. Like, even my feet are hot at the moment. I'm just want to put in right now that I've got the fan blowing on me. My daughter, she's in my bed because she couldn't feel the fan in her room, so we got the fan on. And I'm sorry if you can hear the breeze in the background or it's distorting my voice. It's also made my voice quite croaky, so this is not how I usually sound, but there we are. But yeah, it's just a love-hate relationship, because I like the warm, I like the sunshine. I'm not a fan of winter. I quite like autumn and spring, but yeah, summer is my my season. Summer is my season. However, even my feet are hot. Like, I just get really flustered, especially when Mackay wants to be cuddly all the time, and I'm like, mate, I love you to death, but you're making me hot and you're making yourself hot. Can we just like sit next to each other maybe and make googly eyes at one another? No, you don't like that. No, he wants to cuddle. So yeah, I don't know, I love it, but I get sick of it really quickly. As you can see, I've got no gate on my garden. Gate? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. My English is failing me. Fence. You can see my neighbour just there. And that was because Ebbs had the bright idea of scaling the fence to see if the back door was open, because he had forgotten his keys, basically. I was on the way home. He phoned me. I said, I'm going to be 20 minutes. How long are you going to be? He said, it's going to be 20 minutes. I was like, cool. Right, we'll get there at the same time then. So when he got home, he didn't think to, phone me and see where I was and how long he'd have to wait for, assuming that it'd been about 20 minutes. No, he thought, let me just scale the fence and try the back door because it might be open. In doing that, his 100 kg weight broke the fence. Like, it just crumbled under him. And that's part of the fence panels that we had just changed last year. So not pleased, not at all. So we're just waiting for the landscapers to the guys that did our patio. They're gonna come back and just sort the fence out for us. They should be coming this week, so again, I can have some privacy in this garden. And there we are. Look how beautiful it is, guys. I'm so pleased with it. We've already had dinner on it this evening. Yeah, as soon as the kids came, they were like, can we have dinner outside? Of course you can, guys. That's why I bought it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in and listening to me rant and rave and talk nonsense. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.